All right, let's get to the Jim Carrey. All right. So Twitter has been in a storm yesterday, and there were so many tweets claiming that Jim Carrey is a clone. All right. So many tweets that I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What the? This is the Jim Carrey that I grew up off of. Jim Carrey was like, in my household growing up, my mom loved Jim Carrey. So I was watching all the Jim Carrey shit. You know, The Mask is one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. It's a classic, something that my mom would always put on for us growing up. So I'm looking at Jim Carrey. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't the Jim Carrey I grew up off of. My eyes are not deceiving me. They're not fooling me, right? And I'm deep diving. I'm looking. Somebody says, who is this? Because it definitely is not Jim Carrey. His eyes aren't even the same color. They don't even care anymore. That's how you know it's a wrap. So here's Jim Carrey.
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's... then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and what I said was true, and I really wanted to recognize my family. I wanted to recognize my dad. I mean, my dad was the type of person that if you met him for 5 minutes, you felt like you knew him for 50 years. I can't talk about him without getting emotional. Oh, loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle,
I've never seen Jim Carrey be this calm. Now, I'm not used to these Jim Carrey characteristics. It's different for me. I mean, people do change, but I've never seen a Jim Carrey this, quote unquote, medicated, per se.
Camille Coton was also amazing. And it was just a brilliant evening, Really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh.
Mosey, thank you for the 30.
Man was off the hook. I mean, I can't believe he committed to doing all that. I was really, is this about someone else? My favorite funny face is the one I'm wearing right now.
All right, now, this looks like Jim Carrey, right? I'm going to continue to give my opinion. Now, they were pointing out the fact that his eyes have changed, so on and so forth. So I'm not going to go down the complete conspiracy route here. Sometimes people's eye color, it'll change with age, right? But I think that he went the Brad Pitt route. Now, I heard Brad Pitt got an eye lift surgery. Now, something about ice wardens, when they get a certain age, their eyelids begin to kind of hang over their eyes and they don't like how they look with age, so they'll get an eye lift surgery, right? So me personally, I mean, you could kind of see right here, I think Jim Carrey had an eye lift. That's what I think. I don't really know too much about surgery to that extent, but I could tell that there's Botox. I could tell that he had an eye lift surgery for sure. I believe he had a lot of work done. I'm going to go through every Jim Carrey bookmark that I have pertaining to it. If it's something that we already talked about, I won't let the video play. I'll just read the tweet. Somebody, another conspiracy person says they got him. Internet is convinced that Jim Carrey was cloned. And say this video proves it. More red carpet video from Paris is going viral. Something feels off. Many online are pointing out the fact that this kind of appearance is something Jim Carrey would have mocked years ago and say that it proves that this is not the real Jim. Comments are exploding. That's not him cloned. Cook, damn, they took Jim too. Be honest, does something feel strange about this version of Jim Carrey? I think people are also forgetting that Jim Carrey is also an actor, and a very good one at that.
Now I'm closer. Now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? You got the golden shot right there. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
All right, so right here, it literally looks like Jim Carrey. His side profile, the crow's feet, everything. It looks like Jim Carrey. Like right here, it looks like Jim Carrey. 100%. So even when you look at his hair and everything like that, right? I feel like Jim Carrey is looking to have a more youthful look. I just believe that he had a complete facelift. Like, I'm looking at this right here. The more I look at it, this is Jim Carrey's face, right? It's just Jim Carrey with the facelift. Obviously, he wants to appear younger with the longer hair. He's got his face worked on. He had the eye lift surgery. I'm going to continue to click, right?
Oh, loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle.
That's why his eyes look different, because he's had an eye lift surgery.
No, Camille Cotomo was also amazing. It was just a brilliant evening, you know? Really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh. Marshall Mulligan was off the hook. I mean...
And he could have put it in context. Like, I don't believe that Jim Carrey's a clone, right? At first, the internet was fucking me up with it. But it's just like, okay, the guy wanted to kind of look great again, grew his hair out, got a facelift, right? This is the prime example of somebody that's had face work. Let's go ahead and keep clicking on the Jim Carrey shit. So this is something somebody says, I told you guys Jim Carrey got it all figured out.
Everything is God. Everything is divine.
See how he looks more weathered here? He got a facelift.
So when you do good things, when you decide to transcend the negativity and attempt to do something positive for you, for your family, you are the heart of God. You are the eyes of God. When you speak from that place, you are God's voice. And when you make a loaf of bread in this place, in this kitchen, that is a Eucharist. You're blessing people.
Yeah, exactly. He's 64. He's rich. He probably just wanted to try to look great again. All right. There's a bunch of clips. There's clips of him saying that Jim Carrey left the Illuminati to expose the truth. We've been seeing Jim Carrey clips like this all the time. He's kind of been on this thing for like the past 10 years already. His hair looks different. Looks a little bit more receded, but he does have it slicked back here. It's kind of combed to the side a bit. Plus, this clip is very old.
Spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus Christ. Substance that comes from your medulla, which looks like the Ark of the Covenant, has angel's wings around it, the whole thing. Trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is Christ coming down into human form. Yeah. And if you don't squander...
Exactly. I'm going to agree with you. So let's not forget that no one contort a face like he did. This man was farming lines and crow's feet. He's trying to fix it. Exactly. And I do have a bookmark showing that.
That essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to...
All right. So I'm going to go up to... We don't need to go over every classic clip. So Jim Carrey, basically, this picture is probably from a while ago, right? He probably was like, you know what? I'm going to fix my shit, right? I'm rich as hell. I'm successful. I want a facelift. I want to look better, right? I want to pristine myself. I'm looking at Brad Pitt, 60-something years old, still a stud. You know what? Why not? Doctor, show me what you can do. That's what he did. You look at the Jim Carrey currently, he's got an eye lift surgery. He's got a lot of the under eye bags fixed. All these wrinkles are damn near gone. Yeah, he got a facelift. This is the face of a guy who... It basically used his face and his skin as an art for decades, and he wanted to get the shit fixed. He said he turned into Kurt Russell. Maybe his face is not fully healed yet. You know what I mean? Let me see if there's anything else. I got a couple more bookmarks. Come on, if you're rich, right? Wouldn't you want to try to at least attempt to fix yourself? So this was him. He's looking very, not George Bushy, but Abraham Lincoln-ish, right? And you know what a facelift looks like. What's the guy, Mickey Gall? Kind of the same vibe. See all the face lines and everything that got cleaned up? They tried to fix the crow's feet as much as possible. His face looks a lot more tighter. They kind of got rid of these bags. This is Jim Carrey with a facelift. It's not a clone. I don't think his face is fully healed yet either. It hasn't fully settled at the moment. Tom Cruise 63 doesn't look like it because they all get shit. They always get their hair dyed. They get nice facials. They get good Botox. That's how these guys stay looking top tier for so long. On top of that, eating clean and living a healthy lifestyle. But you can't defeat age, regardless of the fact. But you could slow it down a little bit with some money. Let me see what else is here. So here's another guy saying he's convinced Jim Carrey's a clone.
Winner Jim Carrey. winner, Jim Carrey, going to get some well-needed shut-eye.
Now, the majority of people see what I see, and there's a lot of people out there going, he has hazel eyes. My eyes change color in the light as well. However, Jim Carrey has brown eyes. This dude literally has green eyes. Again, look at this.
Oh, loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle, Camilla Contano.
He's wearing a mask.
I got a facelift.
Was also, it was just a brilliant evening.
Green eyes, not hazel, green, straight up green.
Marshall Mullivan was off the hook. I mean, I can't believe he committed to doing it.
And it's not just the eye color, it's the hairline, the earlobes, the fact that it looks like a mask. If you guys are not on X, please go on X.
He's like, I used to goon to Jim Carrey, but I can't even goon to him anymore. Yeah, they're making this big conspiracy theory. Got a facelift, man. That's Jim Carrey. Come on, man. You can't tell that's Jim Carrey with a facelift? Got his shit fixed. Kept seeing those red carpet pics. I was like, man, f this shit. Let me get some years back. And even then, up close, I don't know if they probably edited this shit. But same hairline too. Same slanted hairline. Same grill. Just a little bit less wrinkles. These pics are very old too. So if he was wrinkling back then, of course he wanted to get things taken care of.